taking off. Have a good one, guys. Hands up. Get your hands up on that takeoff. Woo! Hey guys, flying out in France this next week, 10 days. This is the second flight of today. We're out at Lake Annecy, taking off from the lower takeoff spot. And you can see there I'm just slowly climbing up in front of the teeth. And as soon as I get as high as the teeth, if not slightly higher, I'm going to move forward and get across the lake. So we're out here for basically just over a week, and it's a motorbike trip and flying trip. And I'm out here with Pete Gallagher, Pete Mack, Ian Pepper, Dave Kay, Eric, Terry and Al. And as I mentioned, as soon as I start getting up to the height of the teeth, I'm going to start pushing across the lake. You can't see it on the video, but the other guys are actually behind us and probably another 400 or 500 foot above me. So I start pushing out across the lake first, and as I mentioned, I'm a little bit lower than everybody else, and that's not because I know Annecy, but I've been here quite a few times and flown it quite often. So I get across to the what I call crocodile spines back, and I actually join it pretty high up, to be fair. And as soon as I get in front of the concrete wall, of a rock wall, it starts working pretty well. So this is probably where again, a couple of mistakes on this flight. I start pushing down that ridge back quite aggressively, and in about 20-30 seconds I actually have to turn around and go back to where the concrete is, or the rock wall should I say, to get more height and then go along the top of the ridge rather than, you know, just off the top of it. First set of cables, you can see me just going over the top. And this rock wall in front of us is a nice lifty line, but again, as I mentioned, I push quite hard, and you'll see two yellow wings in a minute coming back, and they've done exactly the same, and that's Ian Pepper and Dave Kay pushing along it. And then as we get away from this rock wall, lots and lots of sink. And it cost me actually about 15 minutes. Ian and Dave did a lot better. It cost me about 15 minutes to get back, get sufficient height to then really push down the ridge. There they go. And I knew where they were going back, but I carried on going forward anyway. I thought something would be different for me. You can see there what I've done is I pushed out a bit, just seeing if I could pick up a thermal before. Didn't happen, and then a few minutes later I got into a lovely 3.54 metre a second thermal, and you can see now I'm well on my way now to pushing all the way down that ridge. So I got right down to end at ridge, and then what we decided that is we were going to try and get across to Foreclass, and you can just see the shade coming up the hill. So actually what we didn't want to do is we didn't want to go back to the northern side of this ridge because we knew it was in shade.
It's been a few years since I looked in the mirror and felt fine. I hate that when I'm near you, I pretend to laugh.
And this is me who's scared of heights, just looking down on that ridgeline, just thinking, wow, absolutely spectacular. Scary, but spectacular.
What's wrong? Will you get the memo if I just ignore you and move on? I thought that I could fix you. I prayed that you would change.
So what I've done now is there's a bit of missing video there actually. I've come across the lake, across the National Reserve, and gone to the opposite side, way behind Falklands. And you can see the wind actually, well, you can't see it, but the wind is blowing down the lake and rolling down this hill. And it's pretty rough, to be fair. It wasn't nice. Out of the 8 of us, only 3 of us got back to the landing field below the low takeoff point. So just behind me there is Dave Neal on his Ozone, and somewhere out there is Pete Gallagher on his Ozone Xeno as well. Yeah, definitely choppy conditions, slightly in rotor, and now just starting to think about pushing back to the landing zone. And you can see that's what I do there. So I go past the what is my favourite takeoff site in the world, I think, at Falklands. Again, not that busy actually. And then again, for me, we take 2 different routes here. Pete and Dave go right and follow the actual high ground, and I go down the lake to get a load of sink and then spiral down. At this point I'm ready for a nice cold beer. And a little bit of an accuracy competition, which I won. Just popped up over it by accident, but that's close enough for me. And then, like I say, we wanted to have a beer. Got a personal taxi there with Pete Gallagher. Fantastic end to a great day's flying. Hopefully this weather holds out and we can keep doing it for the next sort of 6-7 days. But yeah, absolutely great start to the holiday. Thanks for watching, and we'll get some more videos out.
What my answer is, so don't even question it, and don't show up to my